What you guys got?
We'll start with Edgar. Edgar? We'll start with Mark.
Again, two questions. Who's your quarterback moving forward, and how do you explain that run defense?
Yeah, those are two really good questions. We're going to look at that. Obviously, going into a bye week, we're going to evaluate a lot of things. I thought, you saw some good things from both quarterbacks today. Saw some mistakes from both quarterbacks today. And so we'll evaluate that of how that's going to play out moving forward. I can jump up and down on the table on some really good things they did, and some jump up and down on the table some terrible mistakes that we made. So we'll evaluate that part of it. Defensively, same deal. We got to go back, watch film. We'll evaluate. We've been played some solid defense at times this year, and obviously didn't in the second half of the game today.
You feel like they were motivated on defense? Or did they look like they wanted to be there?
Yeah, I thought our attitude was great. I thought we were into the game. Our guys were sitting out there. We had opportunities to make plays. Dug ourselves into some holes during the course of the game that you can't do, obviously, when you're playing good teams. And we weren't able to. We dug too big a hole, I think, to get out of there at the end.
Thomas Goldkamp.
Yeah, Dan, are you surprised by the sheer number of different things that are kind of going on for you guys to lose games? I mean, 2 weeks ago at Kentucky, it's false starts. This week, it's the defense not being able to stop the run.
Yeah, we'll evaluate all that stuff, after the course of the game. It's always much easier if there's one thing that you put your finger on, and say, okay, hey, this is the one thing that was the issue, and let's go fix that one thing. We'll evaluate a lot. We got a bye week coming up. We'll evaluate a lot of different things because it does. It seems there's I don't. You guys have the stats. I don't have the stats. We fix up some things, and then some other things kind of come and bite us. So, but you give them credit. They came out. I do. The one stat to me stands out a lot is we're -4 turnover ratio. 3 turnovers lead to 21 points. You flip that around. If we're +4 turnover ratio, it leads to 21 points for us, and none for them. It might, I think that's a big part of it. So, it's all little different things. And, we didn't stop the run and make the stops we needed to in the second half. When we started to gain momentum, every time we'd get that, we kind of fixed to get ourselves out of the hole. We kind of, couldn't get the stop to get over the hump.
Zach Hubert.
How does today's defense change your perspective on Todd Grantham at all?
Nothing changes my perspective on anything. We're always evaluating things throughout the course of the season in everything that we do. It's a long season. We're in the middle point of the season here, going into our bye week. And, like I said, I'll evaluate what we did well, what we did poorly. We'll go look at the film and see how we can improve it, for 2 weeks from now.
Cassidy.
Hey, Dan, you talked about in the past AR-15, or Anthony was sort of held back just while he was still learning the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like he showed you his ability to handle more of the playbook today?
Well, I think it's the execution of it. And some things he missed. I thought he did a really good job. He was in there. He got hot. And so we kind of stuck with him because, he was kind of hot, and I think we had some momentum offensively. He goes down, and you just see, the maturity of Emory. I don't think anybody, can understand how big a play that was Emory made in the game. For a quarterback, in that situation, to come up and make that play that he made is that was probably the play of the game for us offensively. The ability to come in and do that, I thought was pretty special. So. But I think, hey, it's good building for Anthony. Anthony had some confidence early, kind of got, a little taste of reality, had to build up some calluses there over the last couple of weeks, and I think this will continue to build his confidence moving forward.
And then Trent Whittemore, we saw him in street clothes the second half.
Yeah.
What was the injury there?
I'll know more tomorrow with our training staff.
Edgar?
I mean, Dan, with all due respect, what am I missing here about Anthony Richardson? I really mean that respectfully,
Yeah.
because I'm sitting here watching this kid putting on a show. I mean,
He did some.
unbelievable.
I don't know the stats in front of me. I thought he did some really good things. Like you see, he had the ability to extend some plays, made some good throws, got hot today. I did a really good job. So we'll see that. I mean,
We've been waiting to see him healthy again, because we've been asking about him
Mm-hmm.
constantly. I know it gets a little much, but
yeah, I think he was held.
he's a
He
transcendent player potentially, doesn't he? I mean, are we wrong?
we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just watching this guy putting on a show on this every time
I-
he goes out.
I love everybody labeling people. I mean, he's a young quarterback that's learning and developing. That's a good label for him.
Okay. And then the run defense, I mean, it seemed that they just ran the same play.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they were doing a couple different things. They were in a couple different schemes. They're running some insert. They're running some counter, running some one-back power. But we got to evaluate that. We got to get better. We got to get better up front. We'll look at the scheme part. We got to look at the personnel. And get better.
Don't mean to label Anthony. He's just pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's a young player. I thought he did some really good things today. He did some really good things in the second half. Second half of the game, he did some really good things, for sure.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Nate Delatorre?
Hey Dan, you guys talk about the Gator standard. You're 2-6 in your last 8 games against Power 5 teams. What do you need to do to get back to that standard that you're talking about?
Yeah, we got to play better. We'll evaluate it all. We got to coach better, play better. Look at our personnel, make sure we're putting guys in the right position to make plays and get better.
And then how much do you need, I guess, a bye week to do that evaluation and get 2 weeks off before going out there again?
Yeah, I don't know that a bye week. I'll tell you in 2 weeks whether a bye week was good or bad.
Pat Dooley?
Hey Dan, was this the game where you finally really kind of saw what not having Ventrell Miller meant to this defense?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Guys, he's been out for a while right now. You got some guys banged up there in the secondary. You're with some guys out, but I mean, I know his leadership sure would be beneficial in there in the middle. Lose your team captain, that's always a tough deal, and tough person, not just as a talented player, but the leadership that he brings to the team is always tough to replace when you're not around.
Matt Baker?
I asked you about the run defense a couple of times already. You said you'll evaluate it, but just based on what you saw, was that guys not being in the right place, not making plays? What are kind of the things that you pinpoint?
Yeah, we'll watch the film on that. We'll watch the film and dissect what the issues were on each play.
Back to Edgar?
Yeah, one more, Dan, please. The season Damian Pierce is having, and just the versatility, he has 10 touchdowns now, and also the emergence of some other playmakers. Shorter, great play, Gamble, just that whole offensive pieces, I guess.
Yeah, I think those guys, really coming along. I think Damian's a guy that kind of has that nose for the end zone, especially you get down there in the red zone. I think he's done a really good job of, the physicality, ability to finish runs, and then he's made some plays where he scored from further out. So I think that's always a huge plus. I think you see it is opportunities for guys. We lost a lot of production last year, off of last year's roster, and you look for guys to step up, and you named a bunch, and there's a bunch of guys that are stepping up and making plays offensively and growing into those roles as playmakers.
Good deal. Thank you.
Thomas?
Yeah, Dan, a lot of fans are understandably frustrated. If you could speak directly to the fan base, what
Yeah.
would you say to them?
Well, I mean, we're all frustrated. Right now we got some we're still grinding away. You know, you look at LSU. They were facing a bunch of adversity last week. They came out and played really well today. You know, and created 4 turnovers on the defensive side of the ball. Able to go and run the ball. This is the SEC. You got to come bring your A game every single week. You know, and you know, I think from what I see, the majority of our fans are there. You know, we have some of the best fans in the country, the Gator Nation. The positivity they have, the support they give for the team is really amazing. I appreciate all their support and everything that they do, and how they continue to back everybody in the program. They you know, all our fans, everybody, our students, everybody. I think they do an amazing job.
Cassidy?
Hey Dan, I know you said you'll evaluate. Would there be a point where you would think I have to make an in-season change on defense?
No, I don't like to jump to conclusions. It's a long season on stuff right there. You know, I like to know the facts on everything that's going on and what the issues are, what we're doing, and what we need to do to improve, and how we're going to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else for Coach?
Hey, so what did you see from the LSU defense on those 5 straight TD drives in the second half?
In practice, we prepared for almost everything that they were going to present to us. They tried to switch it up a little bit, but Coach Mullen and Coach McGee, they were both watching, and they knew what to call. So we just tried our best to execute and just play ball.
Thomas Goldkamp?
Anthony, you've been the kind of the ultimate team player to this point, but do you feel like you've earned the starting job?
That's not my time or opinion to speak on. You know, I just was out there playing. Coach Mullen put me out there. He trusted me enough to play, so that's what I was trying to do.
Where does that mindset come from? Because a lot of guys wouldn't be maybe that humble after coming in 4 straight drives, 4 touchdowns.
You know, it's just life. You know, everything isn't going to be peaches and cream. Everything is going to be bad. You know, it's just what you're going to do in that moment when your name is called.
Edgar?
How long were you not fully healthy, if I may ask? Have you been healthy enough to play since when?
I'm not sure. The training room and the staff, they knew what to expect because of the MRIs and stuff. I felt pretty good, but it was times where I would feel it, and they knew not to just throw me out there into the fire. Yeah,
well, I mean, because we've all been waiting to see you again. I mean, you're so entertaining to watch, and
Thank you.
and fans too. So you're ready to roll now, 100%.
Yes, sir. I believe so.
Okay, so on that point, I mean, are you humbled when you make the interception at the end? I mean, you were kind of trying to make a play, I understand. Does that keep you humbled or in check, or you know what I'm saying? Because it would be easy to get ahead of yourself a little bit.
I guess it's pretty much everything. You know, in that time, that place, you're supposed to make a play. Play ball, and everybody trusted me to go out there and win the game, but I didn't fulfill that. So, of course, that interception is going to humble you, but you just got to keep fighting.
I didn't really mean it even in a bad way, but
right.
You're saying, hey, I still got a lot to learn and all that. That's why I brought that up.
Right.
Just in last thing, how much fun did you have out there today, man?
Well, I had a lot of fun. You know, first time in Death Valley. Just getting to play out there and just interact with my team and just have a good game. We didn't win, but it was still fun just to see everybody fight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Long?
Hi, Anthony. What was it like sitting out all that time, and even when you were healthy enough to play, not getting on the field as much, and knowing that you could make a play and you just weren't on the field to make the play for this team?
I feel like everybody have a certain feeling in them, like they're itching to get back out there, because if you love the game of football, you want to go out there and play, and you feel like you can go out there and make a play for your team. So, of course, I was itching to get out there, but, you know, I just had to play a certain role, and at that time it was to keep the energy up, keep the team going, and just, you know, be that hype guy.
And can you just put, the Gator fans, put them at ease a little bit that, here you are, you love the Gators, raised in Gainesville, but they're probably still nervous that, like, you know, you're leaving one day, or if it doesn't go your way, you're leaving, walking out the door. Is there any chance that happens?
I can't really speak on that. It's time. Time is the only thing that I can tell. But right now I'm a Gator, so that's the only thing that matters.
Thank you, sir.
Zach Goodall.
Hey, Anthony. You played really well today, and Dan Mullen's acknowledged it, and he said it in the past, but at the same time, he continues to hammer the point home that you've got a lot that you can learn. What do you feel like you can do specifically to continue to grow and keep learning? Where do you want to improve the most?
Just managing the game. You know, I feel like I prepare right, but not having that much experience out there when it comes to game time, just managing the game. Because sometimes I still think it's like, oh, it's high school, I can still make this play. But obviously we see that that's not the case. So managing the game, I feel like that's a major thing that I feel like I can work on. And also keeping my emotions in check, because I'm a very emotional guy. Like, I'm very competitive. I love to win, but when things don't go my way, sometimes I get down on myself and I'm too hard on myself. But I feel like I can further on work on that.
Thank you.
Cassidy.
Hey, Anthony, sort of building off of that, when you realize the game's being handed over to you and sort of being told, go win it, what's going through your head? What are those conversations like with Emory on the sideline, and what are those emotions?
The conversation with me and Emory is like, just go out there and do your thing, you know, go out there and play ball, because that's what we both know how to do. But internally, like, I'm battling with myself, like, I can't let everybody down, because everybody trusted me in that situation, and I didn't fulfill it. So it's just a matter of fact, I'm not letting people down.
I know you said you didn't fulfill it because of the late pick, but you also brought them back into it, or brought the team back into it. Can you build off of that and sort of go into the bye week knowing, like, okay, if given the reins, I can drive this cart, so to speak?
Well, I can't really say that, you know, because if that was the case, then I would be right here celebrating, happy. But who knows what's going to happen.
Thank you.
We'll close with Thomas.
Yeah, I'm curious. You come out with the cut on the finger, and Emory goes in for I think it was 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 13, and is able to get the conversion. What does that say about just his mentality? You know, when he's having a game that isn't going his way and is still able to make a big play like that.
It's just preparation. You know, we're both in the hotel room together. We studied the whole game plan together. We laugh, we joke, we know what to expect. So him out there 3rd and whatever it was, and like, everybody knew what he was going to do, because the way we prepare and the way he prepares for everything. So there was no doubt in my mind.
All right. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Mahmoud, you always kind of take responsibility when things don't go well. What happened today against the run? LSU hadn't been able to really run the ball that well this season, and then obviously had a big day on the ground today.
I think they just, you know, they got a talented running back. He was making good plays. They got us out of position a couple times. You know, they had a good scheme. They ran a couple things that we haven't really seen before that we didn't know were coming. So they had a pretty good game plan, and I give them props to that. Good players.
What were you guys just not able to make adjustments, or did they show that stuff scheme-wise in the first half, or new in the second half?
I mean, we made the adjustments we were given to make.
Thomas Goldkamp.
Yeah, I'm curious, what's your level of confidence in the defensive scheme right now?
I'm confident. I'm confident in my teammates. You know, in my teammates' ability to play hard and be where they're supposed to be. I'm confident in my teammates.
Appreciate it.
Anyone else from Mahmoud? Zach Hubert.
Okay. And what made Davis Price so hard to stop?
I mean, he's a good back. I just feel like, you know, it was a couple yards before we really even had a chance to really hit him, you know. So that gives you a boost when you have a couple yards to get your head start going. You know, I wish it wouldn't have been that way, but he does a good job, you know, running through tackles. He's a big, strong guy. He can run through tackles. He can bounce through gaps. You know, he's real patient. You know, waiting behind his blockers before his blockers can. So when his blockers do get on man, you know, he explodes through that gap. So he's a real patient, strong runner.
Cassidy?
Hey, Mamoon, you said we made the adjustments we were given to make. Were there not that many in-game adjustments, or was it just? I guess from your point of view, did it seem like LSU was just kind of able to hit with the same play over and over throughout the game?
Yeah, it seemed like they were hitting with a similar scheme. You know, kind of counter run. We had who we had in the box, so we had to play it how we played it.
Was there anything else that maybe, looking back, I know you still have to watch the tape, but off the top of your head, was there anything else that maybe could have been done differently to answer that?
Honestly, I don't know. You know, that's not my decision to make. I don't look into those things. I'm like a soldier. When the general tells me where to shoot, I shoot, and I don't really ask too many questions. So that's y'all's job.
Thank you.
Edgar Thompson?
I mean, clearly there's frustration, and it's totally understandable. What do you guys rally around? What's the rallying point right now?
We just want to finish the season strong and play to our standard. You know, we didn't play to our standard today, and I feel like we just had to look in the mirror and decide, you know, what we want. You know, what we want to do. I know I'm personally going to come to practice and to the games with the same intensity every day. And I want to keep that same energy with my teammates. So I'm going to make sure I do my best to keep them energized, to keep them focused on what we have to do. Because no matter how many mistakes you make, you know, you got to remember who you are and what you're able to do. So no matter how many times you fail to get to that standard, you can always remember that there's always a chance and the possibility of heightening your play and getting to that standard.
What did you think of the lift that Anthony gave the offense and the team, really?
I think it was a good lift, a good energizing lift. I like what he did when he got in there. I saw the offense kind of jolt up and get going, so that was a good look.
I mean, have you been seeing a lot of this during practice? We were hearing murmurings this summer that this kid was putting on a show some days behind the scenes. Have you been seeing this for a while?
Anthony Richardson?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I saw it like bowl practice getting ready for the 2019 Orange Bowl. I saw it when he came in. We knew from that point forward. I remember me and John Grenard were talking on the sideline one practice like, yeah, that boy's going to be legit. So we've always been confident in him. The whole team was confident in him and Emory as well. Both are great athletes. Both do a good job of doing what they have to do to keep the offense going. So, yeah.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Alan Taylor?
Hey, Mahmoud, appreciate you coming in, man. Specific to that counter play, I'm sure there's some double teams up front, but what makes it tough for a linebacker? Is it just because you got misdirection linemen going different ways and giving you different indicators?
Nah, it's just, you know, you have a couple different guys coming at you, so you have to realize, you know, where to really send it to. Because a lot of times, you know, from the TB point of view, you guys might see somebody get bimmed out or blocked. You might see somebody on a block, and you might be like, oh, he did a horrible job. He didn't fit that run right. When in reality, somebody was supposed to come and fill that alley behind him. So, yeah, you know, run fits is something that's not really easy. It's something that's, you know, got to get coached, got to get pushed.
Yeah, you guys were playing so well this season defensively. I think you were second in the SEC in points allowed until today, man. I mean, would you ever have guessed that y'all could give up 49 today? No,
sir. I wouldn't have. When I walked in the building, I didn't anticipate that. But what happens. You got to learn from it, you know. When I was telling my teammates, you know, when I pray before the game, I don't necessarily ask, you know, let's shut them down. Let's shut them down, let's win, let's do this, let me have a big game. Because at the end of the day, I don't really know what's best for me, so I just simply pray for what's best for me and my teammates. So, you know, in this moment right now, we sit down, we upset that we lost, but everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason that we're sitting right here right now.
Sure. Last one, man, just post-game, you know, who's making noise amongst you guys and who's sort of talking to the other guys on defense and, you know, trying to get things fixed? All of us, a lot of the older guys, me, Zach, Trey Dean, Big Red, Daquan Newkirk, Jeremiah Moon, everybody, you know, talking, figuring out, you know, what really went wrong. But we won't really know until we go to the film. Sure. Thank you, Mom.
All right. Thank
AR, what did that do for y'all on offense? What was it like just sort of having him back behind center?
I'd say it was definitely just great to have him back. You know he was hurt during those few games, but just to have him back, he's just such a great just player. Where everyone just feels better having him and Jones also on the field.
And then take us through the Hail Mary at the end of half. I mean, you had 4 guys around you, and it felt like you had all the space in the world.
Well, yeah.
What did you see on the play?
It was just focus. How to just see the ball into my hands, just like Coach E teaches us every single day. It was just a great play, and we were just looking for that thing just to get us to spring to that second half.
Thomas.
Hey, Justin, what do you make of kind of the inconsistency that you guys have had in terms of, 2 weeks ago it's penalties at Kentucky, this week it's turnovers, defense. It just feels like something kind of breaks down for you guys in different areas, right?
I would definitely say everyone, we just have to go back to the drawing board. Everyone works hard, everyone goes hard, so we just need to go back, watch the film tomorrow, and just fix all the small things and just really focus on the small things moving forward.
How do you make sure guys are kind of locked into doing that when you're 4-3 and some of the obvious goals are off the table?
I would say winning just the biggest thing. I'd say for everyone. I mean, for like me, I'd say winning's really the only thing that I think about. So if we could just focus on winning games, I think we'll be fine.
Edgar.
Yeah, hey, Justin. So it seems like I'm looking at the stats. I mean, several guys, you, Amari, Jacob made plays, Damian. I mean, with the way Anthony Richardson played, how explosive do you think this offense can be?
Very, very, very dominant. I would say not even the word would be dominant. I'd say just not even me. I feel like everyone, the 2s and 3s, everyone can go out there and really just make plays. We just gotta go out there and just do it week in and week out.
Well, I mean, clearly Emory and you have a good connection. I mean, like the Hail Mary was wonderful and the big third down play. What is Anthony, I know Cassie asked, but the kid's just phenomenal. I mean, did he surprise you with the lift he was able to give you? And why would the team, not be able to rally around him going forward?
No, I would say really it was just everyone's fault. I'd say everyone's fault on that loss. I feel like we all just need to go back and just focus up. But both the quarterbacks are great. The team's fine. Everyone's great. We just have to go back to the drawing board and just continue just to work harder.
Okay, thank you.
Nick Delatorre.
Hey, Justin. I know after a loss you probably want to get back and play as soon as possible. But does this team need a bye week to kind of just get right mentally and get back focused?
Absolutely. I would say definitely the bye week helps, the body, because we're not going out there getting hit, But I definitely say it's a good time for us just to focus up and just just focus on the small details.
Mark Long.
Yeah, past the bye week, let me take you to the next game. Georgia, nobody's going to give you guys a shot. Nobody's going to, that'll be a huge spread, whatever you want to call it. Can that make your season at this point? Is that really all you guys have left?
No, I'd say every single game, is a huge game, and if we could just really just go out there and work hard and focus on just winning that next game, that's all that matters.
Thank you.
Anyone else for Justin? All right. Thank you, Justin.
Appreciate y'all.